So it's not about changing tilak or lifestyle or way you speak or way you dress. It's about changing the consciousness. That is advancement in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So I'm very happy to be back in the wonderful association of Sanjay Nagar Bhakti. It's a wonderful association here, and this is my third time coming in this wonderful community, and I'm seeing how this community is growing, both in numbers and in devotion. That's a wonderful sign. We often discuss that how our preaching in ISKCON is like Matsya. No matter how big place you take, it becomes small. Because the devotees grow by then. And our target is to inundate the whole world. So even the whole world will become small place for us to chant and dance. That is our vision. Every town and village. Prithvite ache jato nagar adi gram sarvatra prachar hui the world. Our Lord, our Supreme Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants every town and village. We should go and preach this Krishna consciousness. But charity begins at home. So we want to reach every town and village of the world. But first we have to improve our own roots. We have to become strong, become prepared to preach this Krishna consciousness effectively. How many devotees here are chanting 16 rounds? Please raise your hands. Okay. How many devotees are associated with ISKCON more than 1 year? Almost everyone. Okay. So this particular topic will help us to think how we should advance in our devotional service. We all want to advance, right? Who came to Krishna consciousness to advance? Please raise your hand. Who came in Krishna consciousness to advance quickly? Raise both your hands. And say Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Yes, we want to advance in devotion, in our service attitude, in our Krishna consciousness. That's the reason we are here. Otherwise, Saturday evening, when there is holiday, no work, what generally people do? They go out shopping or they go for entertainment. But you are sitting here. Why? Because you want to advance in Krishna consciousness. Therefore, we are here. And that's how our journey in Krishna consciousness progresses. The very basic stage in Krishna consciousness is when people inquire, who are these Hare Krishnas? They see some people chanting on street or some people distributing Bhagavad Gitas. In West they say wearing bed sheets. What they wear, Hare Krishnas wear? Bed sheets. And they put some strange mark on their head. Who are these Hare Krishnas? This is a very basic stage, very basic level. When people ask, they inquire, who are these people? And see, we could never become local. In Bengal, we are called as Sahib Mat. You know what is Sahib Mat? Sahib Mat means these big rich people have made some temple here. In Vrindavan, we are called as Angrez Mandir. Angrez temple, built by British. And then if you go to Central India, they say Bengali temple. In Ujjain, they say the Bengali Mandir. Why? There's so many Bengali artis. We sing Gaurati in Bengali, Guru Puja in Bengali. So they say Bengali temple. Then you go in West, they say Indian temple. India they call Western temple. West they say Indian temple. You could never become local. So people always ask, who are these Hare Krishnas? That's a very basic level. Better than that, people, when they start to know about us, they read our literature, they see our videos, they see our work, then they say, I like Hare Krishna. I know who they are. They are good people, they don't fight, they don't eat meat, they don't drink liquor, they don't gamble. They are good people. I may not be good, but they are good people. I like Hare Krishna. This is there. Then very, very few start to come and attend our programs. Then they start to become part of this Hare Krishna movement. So they come to the level of, now I am Hare Krishna. How it started? Who are Hare Krishnas? Then I know Hare Krishnas. I like Hare Krishnas. And then I am Hare Krishna. I ended up here, I never knew. When I came here, I joined here. Like one person bought Bhagavad Gita to find out faults. That I will show to the world how ISKCON Bhagavad Gita is wrong. By the time he read 700 verses, he became devotee. That's how it happens. So people are inquisitive, they try to know about us, and then they end up attending the programs. I am Hare Krishna. But still, they are a little fearful to present themselves as devotees. When they go out, they don't put tilak, no dhoti. Only come to center, we'll put dhoti. Only we'll put tilak here, and we make sure before we go out, we will rub it off. So I am Hare Krishna, but in my private life, not for everybody. But then more sincere, next step comes, where a devotee feels, now my life is Hare Krishna. Doesn't matter. Wherever I go, people should know I am a devotee. I don't care how people judge me. I care how Krishna judges me. So I am okay to be known as devotee. My life is Hare Krishna. But then there is one more stage which comes where devotee feels my mission is Hare Krishna. That's further. Now, not only I will become devotee, not only that I will declare myself as devotee, but I will make others also devotee. Jare dekhe tare kaho Krishna Upadesh. Amar Agya Guru Haiya Dharvadesh. Mahaprabhu said. Now, he will make others as devotees. So my mission is Hare Krishna. So you can see the journey from who are Hare Krishnas to my mission is Hare Krishna. That is step-by-step advancement in Krishna consciousness. And this journey goes more internally than externally. This journey is not about changing dress. This journey is not about changing language. This journey is not about changing tilak style. You know, in beginning people put different styles of tilak. Like in our Ujjain, a lot of Shaivites, they put like, this style of tilak. And then suddenly this horizontal becomes vertical, it turns into vertical tilak. So it's not about changing tilak or lifestyle or way you speak or way you dress. It's about changing the consciousness. That is advancement in Krishna consciousness. And this is dependent on our faith. We say no pain, no gain, but here no faith, no gain. Krishna consciousness starts with Shraddha, faith. Not only it starts with faith, but the amount of faith we carry in Krishna consciousness, that determines how advanced we are in Krishna consciousness. Here is a quote from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Please repeat. श्रद्धावान जन है भक्ति अधिकारी उत्तम मध्यम कनिष्ठ श्रद्धानुसारी Shraddhavan, those who have Shraddha, like Dhanavan means one who has wealth. In the same way, Shraddhavan means one who has wealth of faith. Now, according to the level of faith, one devotee is Kanishta, Madhyam or Uttam. One who has lot of faith is an advanced devotee. One who has a very shallow faith, he is a neophyte devotee. And the way faith will intensify, to that degree our Krishna consciousness will also intensify. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami gives example of bitter mango going to sweet, sweet, sweet and condensed sweet. Therefore, Srila Goswami also compares Srimad Bhagavatam as Nigama Kalpa Taror Galitam Phalam, fully ripened fruit. That is for the advanced devotees. So as we advance in Krishna consciousness, this faith should intensify. And if the faith is very, very tender, Jahar Komal Shraddha Sei Kanishta Jan. He is a neophyte. Who is a neophyte? It's very tender faith. Today we are coming to Krishna consciousness. Somebody meets on the street, he says, oh, where are you going to ISKCON? Come to this Baba. We go to that Baba. That is a tender faith. But krame tena bhakta hoibe uttam. If we practice the process seriously, if we practice the process sincerely, slowly and slowly our faith will intensify. Slowly and slowly we will become more advanced in our determination in Krishna consciousness. Now where are we? Are we bitter mango or condensed sweet? Where are we? How many of you feel you have complete sweet, full faith, Uttam Adhikari? Please raise your hands. You are very shy. How many of you bitter mango? No faith. Yes, somewhere in between. Right? It's not that we have no faith. It's not that we have complete faith. We are somewhere in between. And therefore we should understand that this faith is the very foundation of devotional service. Krishna Consciousness says, what is faith? What is the definition of this faith? Please repeat. Shraddha Shabde Vishwas Kahi Sudra Nishchay Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Krita Hai. So when one is in neophyte stage, he practices Krishna consciousness, at the same time practice other things also. He may go to this temple, that vrata, that garba, whatever going on. So he'll practice that things also, and he will come to Krishna consciousness also. But one who has ultimate faith, how he will feel? Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Krita Hai. Just by practicing Krishna consciousness, I am fulfilling all the necessary engagements. Everything is fulfilled just by practicing Krishna consciousness. Can somebody give an example? Just by practicing Krishna consciousness, everyone will be satisfied. Any examples from scriptures? Yes? Watering the root. If you water the root of the tree, whole tree get nourished. If you feed the stomach, whole body get nourished. In the same way, just by pleasing Krishna, everyone get pleased. Wonderful quotation by Madhavendra Puri. Can you read this? The screen is cut.
You have to reset
Is something about it? No.
You have to reset it once.
Okay, so don't disturb.
Yeah.
Try to repeat. Okay, in Sanskrit it's there, but in English also you can tell. I'll sing and then you repeat. Sandhya Vandan Bhadramastu Bhavato Osnana Tubhyam Namaha Bhodeva Pitarascha Tarpana Vidho Naham Shama Shamayatam Yatra Kwapi Nishadya Yadavakula Uttamasya Kansadvisha Smaram Agam Tadalam Manye Kim Nanena Me. Can somebody read in English? Can take mine?
O my evening prayer, may all good unto you. O my morning God, I bid you goodbye. O demigods and forefathers, please excuse me. I am unable to perform any more offerings for your pleasure. Now I have decided to free myself from all reactions, to sing simply by remembering anywhere and everywhere the great descendant of Yadu and the great enemy of Kamsa, Lord Krishna. I think that this is sufficient for me. So what is the use of further endeavors?
Madhavendra Puri is saying, my Sandhya Vandan, namaskar to you. No more Sandhya Vandan. The morning bath, namaskar. Don't do this. We have to take morning bath. But he is giving the concept that if I am pleasing Krishna, I don't need to do anything else. No more demigods, no more forefathers, no more any other activities. If I am putting water in the root, then I don't need to water the leaves separately. And that is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. Just by coming to this path, we are ready to achieve the perfection of life. It's not just a fairy tale. Okay, you are in the right path, do good, be good, not like that. But really, when we are pleasing the source of the whole world, Krishna, who is the source of all incarnations, who is the source of all living entities, when we are pleasing Krishna, everyone is pleased. And in simple words, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells the process of Krishna consciousness. You understand, Karta? Okay. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta-vrinda.
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 Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavana Jiva.
Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavana Jiva.
Guru Krishna Prasade Pare Bhakti Lata Vija.
Guru Krishna Prasade Pare Bhakti Lata Vija.
Mali Haya Kare Se Vija Ropana.
Aliyana Kare Se Vija Arupana.
Shavana Kirtana Jare Jare Krishna.
Sarvana Kirtana Jare Jare Krishna.
What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavanji. After roaming around so many lifetimes, we have got this opportunity to come to this path of Krishna consciousness. Guru Krishna Prasadi, by mercy of Krishna and Guru, we are getting what? Not Krishna Bhakti, beach, seed of Krishna Bhakti. So the opportunity will be given, but now we have to do the work. We have to do the hard work. What is that? Mali Haya Kare Bija Aropan. Become the gardener and sow the seed. Aropan. And then the water of Shravan and Kirtan will nourish the seed. Krishna tells this in Bhagavad Gita 7.3. Manusyanam sahasreshu kaschit yadati siddhaye. Very, very rare souls come to this path. So, biggest misfortune is to not realize one's fortune. First of all, we have to realize the fortune that we have come to this path of Krishna consciousness. This is the greatest mercy of the Lord. And then we have to treasure this seed. We have to sow this seed in the grateful heart and then water the seed with Shravana and Kirtan. Srila Prabhupada would tell this thing many times to his disciples. He says, unfortunate are those who didn't get Krishna consciousness. Fortunate are those who got Krishna consciousness. But most unfortunate are those who got Krishna consciousness and lost it. They are the most unfortunate people. So we have to treasure this opportunity. We have to take benefit of this opportunity. Another time I was hearing Jayadeva Swami Maharaj. He was asked by Hare Krishna TV to give an interview on how he came to Krishna consciousness. So Maharaj said, anybody can give this story, how he came to Krishna consciousness, right? Anybody who didn't give lecture anytime, you make him sit here and tell how he came to Krishna consciousness. He can speak 2 hours. Anybody can speak that. You ask me, Jayadeva Maharaj said, you ask me how I stayed in this moment for 50 years. That is more important. So yes, we are fortunate. We all got the seed of Krishna consciousness. But then we will be more fortunate if we cultivate that seed. And that's what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying. And then what happens? उपजिया बड़े लता ब्रह्मांड भेदी जाए राजा ब्रह्मलोक देवी परम कभी जगत तुम्हारी चलो वृंदावन कृष्ण चरण कल्प विषय करे आरोहण विस्तारित हैया फले प्रेम फला हमारे सचेत श्रवण What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, so it starts with the seed of Krishna consciousness, and then the devotee nourishes it with Shravan and Kirtan, hearing and chanting. And then the creeper grows. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is using the word creeper. Why is using the word creeper?
It's a support.
Because creeper always needs support. It's not a tree. You not stand alone in Krishna consciousness. Creeper means it always needs support. Support of the Vaishnava Sangha, the devotee association. And this creeper of devotional service grows. It goes beyond Bhuloka. It goes beyond Bhuvarloka. It goes beyond Swargaloka. It goes beyond Jana, Tapa, Satya, everything. It crosses Brahmajyoti. It crosses Vaikuntha. And it reaches Golok Vrindavan. And in Golok Vrindavan, it bears the fruit of prema. The result of Krishna consciousness is love of God. The fruit of prema comes in Golok Vrindavan. And it falls in the feet of Shri Radha and Krishna. But then there is a very important detail which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. If the creeper is growing but you stop watering the creeper, what will happen? It will dry up. So even though this fruit of prema is coming in Golok Vrindavan, still the devotee continues to pour Shravan and Kirtan water to keep the creeper alive. So we should never think that, oh, we have heard enough. We know what this topic is and what Prabhupada is going to speak. Which examples they will quote, we know everything now. This Shravan and Kirtan is nourishing our devotional life. Just in afternoon we were having discussion with some devotees. One devotee was saying that we read but we don't remember. It's nice to remember what we read, therefore we are reading it. But even though we don't remember, it is Shravan, it is Kirtan. And this Shravan and Kirtan is nourishing the creeper of our devotional service. It's going beyond our conception of how far it can reach. And till the time devotee will continue watering the creeper, it will reach the lotus feet of Krishna. This is the beauty of this Krishna consciousness. And therefore, at every step in Krishna consciousness, one should regularly hear and chant. This nourishment is required at each step of Krishna consciousness. We are neophyte, we need to read and hear. We are regular devotees, still we need it. We are advanced devotees, still we need it. Every level we need it. And that's how we check how much we are progressing in this path of Krishna consciousness. Our acharyas have given it a term, Simha Avalokan. You know what is Simha Avalokan? This is the way a lion walks. So when a lion walks, lion turns back and sees how much he has covered, how much path he has already covered. That is the style of a Krishna conscious sadhaka to check his progress. Is he going on the right path? We have to check every time. Are we not going here and there? Are we not getting deviated from our path? Very, very important. Suppose we all are studying, and from nursery to say graduation, we don't get any result. First grade, second grade, fifth grade, 10th grade, no result. Directly after graduation, we will be told you are pass or fail. How you will feel? 25 years of hard work, And then at last you will be told you pass or fail. How you will feel? You will say, if I failed in 5th standard, you should have told me that time. So I must have improved. In the same way, suppose practicing Krishna consciousness for 25 years, 35 years, and then we realize we are on wrong path. How we will feel? Therefore, every day, Simhavalokan, we should check, are we there on the right path or not? And then we can detect what are the anarthas, what are the diseases in our Krishna consciousness. See, diagnosis is the first step for cure. Any treatment starts with diagnosis. That's the first step. See, if diagnosis is not right, treatment can never be right. In the same way, we have to check what is our weakest link. What are the weakest areas where we can lose our Krishna consciousness. And if we can catch that disease, then we can get the cure. Therefore, it's very important to check. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells some diseases which can come in our devotional life. Yadi Vaishnav Pradha Pute Hati Matha Upadeva Chunde Kare Sukhi Kare Pata Chate Mali Jatna Kare Kare Avarana First risk in our devotional service. Our tender creeper is just growing, and a big elephant comes and destroys everything. Hathi Mata, Hathi Jaise, like a mad elephant comes and he just finishes our creeper. What is that Hathi Mata aparad? Vaishnava. So we should guard ourselves. He's saying avaran. One should guard the creeper of devotional service so that we don't commit any Vaishnava. That's one. Second risk. Kintu jadi latar sange rubhe upashakha Mukti mukti vancha jata sankatar lekha Nishidha jaguti mati jivahin sana Puja Pratishtha Jata Upashakha. One risk is to let animals come and destroy our creeper, but the second risk is weeds, Upashakha. That is weeds. What are these weeds? He said Asankhyatar Lekha is unlimited. So many weeds. And what weeds do? Weeds take the nutrition which is meant for the main plant, and the main plant cannot grow. That's the risk with the weeds. So suppose you are watering your plant, and somebody calls your name, and then you turn, and then the water is going in the weeds. So if we are not attentive, maybe we are watering the weeds. What are the weeds? Bhukti mukti vancha jata asankhyatar lekha. Bhukti means sense gratification. Mukti means liberation. If you have any desire for sense gratification or liberation, that is a weed. And what's next? Nishiddhachar. The principles which are forbidden in Krishna consciousness. We should save ourselves against those revelatory principles. Kutinati. Kutinati means hypocrisy. Being hypocrite. Jiva hinsan. Being envious. Love, puja, pratishtha, jata, upashakha. And desire for name, fame, prestige. You know, like one devotee was mentioning, sometimes people donate a fan, and then on the fan, they'll mention the name, the father's name, grandfather's name, whole family's name. And with the fan, the whole family keep on revolving in the material world. Because until unless we have this desire for name and fame, it's again a weed. So see, it's going from gross to subtle. Very gross. Desire for sense gratification. Nishiddhachar, gross. But then going subtle. Kutinati, hypocrisy. envy, desire for puja, labh, pratishtha. I am humble because people should notice I am humble. I speak nicely so that people say, see, you are such a nice devotee. All these are Upashaka. And if we are stuck in this Upashaka, our main shaka, main creeper will not grow. Shekha jala paya Upashaka badi jai. Sabdavya mula shaka badi krina pratame Upashaka karai chetana. Tabe mula shaka badi jai Vrindavana. So the water which we are putting every day, rising early in the morning, we are chanting our rounds, all this endeavor will go to the weeds if we are not careful. So we should be very careful in the beginning only. He's saying Prathame, not at after 15 years. Prathame, very beginning of devotional service, one should uproot these weeds. And then our main creeper will grow. And that is devotional life. So we have to understand that how long we are serving these ulterior motives in our heart. Imagine you have a servant at home, helper at home. And in India especially there is a tendency, if you are paying somebody, you should not sit idle even for 1 minute. That's the logic everybody has. And I have seen my mother, she has a helper. And even though she doesn't have any work that she should tell to that person, she will discover some new things. And you have to do this one. Like we were away for some time, we were traveling for 3-4 weeks, we are not at home. And the poor helper called Shelja. And she told Shelja, when are you coming back? Why? The mother is telling me to clean same table every day. How many times I should clean the same place? Because if you are keeping a helper, a servant, you can't tolerate that he is sitting idle. Now imagine 2 masters and 1 servant. What will happen to that poor servant? Imagine 3 masters and 1 servant. 4 masters, 5 masters, 6 masters. Imagine the condition of that servant. Bring me water. No, first you bring me coffee. No, first you bring me food. No, first you clean the room. No, first you take me out. How that servant will survive? Will become frustrated. What is our condition? Here, Rupa Goswami is mentioning Kamadinam, 6 anarthas. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Mad, Moh, Matsarya. Lust, greed, pride, anger, illusion and envy. These 6 masters are making us dance on the fingertips since time immemorial. Imagine our condition. We should feel pity for ourselves. But today, my Lord, Rupa Goswami is saying, I have realized I am not their servant, I am your servant. So I will not listen to them, I listen to you and your representatives. That is the awakening of living entities, Krishna consciousness. Not just by theoretical understanding, but when we come to this realization that, my dear Lord, from today I am your servant. I am not servant of the 6 anarthas. There we start our devotional service. Now in our scriptures, many anarthas have been given. Like we were discussing Kutinati, Puja Labh Pratishtha, this and that. But we have to translate them into modern context. Because things have changed. I'll give you an example. In one place, Madhavendra Puri says, we read also, I reject Sandhya Vandan. And we are worshipping like, oh, this is pure devotion service. But people don't do Sandhya Vandan anyway. So that the example doesn't fit to us anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he rejected Varnashram. He said, hey, oh bhai, aage kaho baat. Ramananda Rai told, oh, slowly went to the pure devotional service. But people don't accept Varnashram anyway. So that is not pure devotion. We have to translate those terms into modern context because of 3 reasons. First reason is the level of sadhakas have also dropped. Previously, what kind of impurity sadhakas had, we are nowhere matching to those kind of sadhakas also. Like, in Chowpatty, Radheshyam Prabhu is a devotee from Pune. He joined the ashram and he told Radhanath Swami Maharaj that, Maharaj, I am getting distractions while chanting. Maharaj said, yes, that's a common thing. You all get distraction. What kind of distractions you get? So Maharaj, all those Vedic shlokas which I learned from my childhood, they come while I chant. Maharaj said, I wish we get this type of distraction. While chanting, what kind of horrible distractions we get, we cannot describe also. So the level of sadhakas have also dropped. It's not same. No? Srila Prabhupada one time was giving a class, and Srila Prabhupada just opened, many times Prabhupada would give class, he would close his eyes and give class. So one time he opened his eyes, and he saw all his devotees were sleeping. Everybody. Then Prabhupada said, this Krishna Consciousness movement is only going on by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even they are sleeping, they are preaching Krishna Consciousness. So even the sadhaka's level has dropped. So we have to see these analogies in a modern context. What anarthas we face, we have to check accordingly. Second thing is, previously, when there would be some discrepancy in disciples' devotional life, Guru would immediately correct. Because they would live in Guru's ashram. It was mandatory. 5 years of age, person will go to Guru's Gurukul. And Guru will train. So Guru will detect what are the problems in a disciple. And then Guru will kind of purify him in years together. And when he comes to the proper age of maturity, then Guru says, okay, now you are ready to go. So that times there was no certificate system. Now we carry our certificates, right? We hold this degree, that degree give us job. But that time there was no certificate. Only you have to tell your Guru's name. I am disciple of Vasishtha. Oh, very good. Okay, come. Only by telling Guru's name, person was accepted to be qualified. But now, sadhus are also very busy. Prabhupada is going on a jet plane. He is going around the world. One time one devotee says, Srila Prabhupada, I want to become speck of dust in your lotus feet. Prabhupada said, that is not possible because my feet is always moving. You can't go with me. So that again, that's the problem because we can't get that devotee association 24 hours a day. So again, we have to translate our problems in our modern context. Third thing is impersonal means of communication. See, previously, communication was very straightforward. Very straightforward. Like there is a pastime in Puranas, where Gautam Rishi was going in one place and a boy comes to Gautam Rishi. And this boy says, his name is Satyakam. So he said, Gautam Rishi, I want to become your disciple. Gautam said, okay, I want to know your Gotra. Tell, ask your mother and come. Satyakam goes to the mother. Mother says, no, I am a maid servant, I don't know who is your father. Satyakam comes back to Gautam Rishi and tells as it is. That my mother is a maid servant, she doesn't know who is my father, and if you feel I am fit, you can educate me. And Gautam Rishi accepted Satyakam. He said, because you have purity of communication, you are not duplicit in your communication, I will accept you as Brahmana. So communication was so straightforward. But now if you communicate too straightforward, people will not like it. Like Sachinandan Maharaj is giving an example. When he was selected for Navy and the people interviewed him before joining Krishna Consciousness, they asked him, are you ready to stay on ship for 6 months, whole your life? He said, not whole my life. I can't promise for whole my life. They rejected his application because he have to tell lie. Anybody who joins any company, when they interview you, they ask, after 15 years, where you see yourself? And what we say? In your company, under your lotus feet, we'll serve you forever. But we also know we will not stay in this company more than 2 years. And these people also know that he is a good slave because he can tell lies in front of us for our pleasure. So in material world, this communication has become too impersonal. So that straightforward dealings are also missing. So we need to understand the modern context of measuring spiritual growth. What are the modern context of measuring this growth? Previously it was so simple, I'll give you an example. Sri Nityananda Prabhu had an associate, his name was Abhiram Thakur. And he got a boon that if you will offer obeisances to a stone, and if that stone is not shaligram, that stone will burst to powder. If Abhiram Thakur will offer obeisances to a devotee, and if he is not pure devotee, that devotee will die. Imagine Abhiram Thakur coming in this room, offering obeisances. What will happen? It was so simple. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told this small boy, Gopal Guru, he said, "You are a pure Vaishnava." Abhiram Thakur said, "Let me test him." Small boy, 5-year-old. And it was a big news that Abhiram Thakur is going to test Gopal Guru, small boy. If he'll have trace of material desire, he'll die. And when Abhiram Thakur offered obeisances, this Gopal Guru was not affected. And that's how the Vaishnava community accepted him as Guru. Even 5 years of boy, they accepted him as Guru. So it was so simple. This Abhiram Thakur would have a wiping stick, and he would beat somebody with the stick, he would get Krishna brain. So nice to preach, you take a stick, go around, no more Kannada session, Tamil session, English session, Hindi session, go around, beat somebody with a stick, you get Krishna brain. So easy. Now it's not so easy. So how to measure that spiritual growth in modern context? Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur tells, to that degree, we can diminish our false ego. To that degree, we are getting purified in devotional service. It's a very common question people ask. Very common question. You will also preach, you will also face the same question. How to understand we are progressing in Krishna consciousness or not? The more we get free from feeling of aham and mameti, me and mine, to that degree we are progressing in devotional service. Srila Sukadeva Goswami tells Parishit Maharaj 4 kinds of pralaya, annihilation. One is constant annihilation. Constantly it's happening. You keep some fruit, after some time it will go back. You cook some rice dal, after 6 hours, 8 hours, it will go back. Constant annihilation. We are also growing old, our cells are dying. Constant annihilation. Then there is partial annihilation. Partial annihilation means when Brahma sleeps, that time there is still Satyaloka, actually below Satyaloka, all planets they merge into waters of devastation. Partial annihilation. But then there is complete annihilation. When Brahma dies, after 100 years of age, Brahma dies, is complete annihilation. But then there is final annihilation. What is the final annihilation? When a jiva get rid of his false ego and go back to Krishna's lotus feet, that is complete annihilation of material existence. That is what we are looking for. Because this body will change, but we'll carry the same mind. Many times people say, this community is not good, let me go to another community. This temple is not good, I'll go to another temple. This counselor is not good, I'll go to another counselor. Then the thought will come, this body is not good, I'll go to another body. But actually we are carrying the same mind and senses. Our anarthas are set in our subtle body. And if we have to purify something, we have to purify our subtle body. That is what is required. Now that real ego, that purified ego comes in the association of devotees. Both ways. One is on neophyte stage, devotees crush each other. You know how diamonds polish each other? That's how devotees crush each other. Previously when we were outside in the karmi world, our fights, pleasures, pains would happen with karmis. Once we come to devotional association, now everything is going to happen here only. So devotees will only crush you, don't worry. They will only purify. They will make sure you will go back to Godhead. 80% of people will not go back to Godhead. But 20% will go because of that 80%. You understand? Those 80% will make sure you become pure devotee. So they will crush. But another positive way to look at it is, in devotee association, we read, hear, chant, and do Navada Bhakti. Vaishnava Sangete Man Anandite Anukhan Sada Hai Krishna Prasanga. In Vaishnava association, one gets ultimate happiness. How? Because in Vaishnava Sangha there is always Krishna Katha, Krishna Nam, Krishna Smaran. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. That's what Krishna is telling Uddhav. Can somebody read? Somebody who is mind? Please read.
My dear Uddhav, by associating with my pure devotees, one can destroy one's attachment for all objects of material sense gratification. Such purifying association brings me under the control of my devotee.
Very clear. If we have attachment to sense gratification, we have false ego, aham mameti, everything is going to finish just by association of pure devotees. So this is the understanding of our progression in Krishna consciousness. Now what we have done, we have taken these concepts from our scriptures, especially Gaudiya scriptures, and we have translated them into modern context. So we are going to discuss 6 types of diseased bhakti. Yes, we have come with good intention to become devotees. We have come with good intention to go to Radha Krishna. If somebody tells us, Vaikuntha, no, Vaikuntha Prabhu, go to Vrindavan. So we are set in our goal. We are clear there. But 6 diseases affect our devotional service. So today, tomorrow, 2 sessions, we will try to cover the 6 diseased devotional service and their cures. Are we ready?
Yes.
We should enter?
Yes.
I'm starting my lecture now. You thought that he is over, but I'm starting now. So the first kind of diseased bhakti is blind devotion, andha bhakti. Many times our concept of devotional life is become blindly following your authorities. Become blind followers of Guru. Become blind followers of Krishna consciousness. But actually it's a disease. You can't follow somebody if you are blind. Understand? If somebody is showing you way, you are following some car and you close your eyes, can you follow that person? You can never follow. So the blind bhakti means blind shraddha. And in Madhuri Kadambani, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur categorizes it in different ways. He says 2 kinds of shraddha which are not favorable to devotional service. One is Lokik Shraddha, one is Balotpadita Shraddha. Please understand it very carefully. Srila Prabhupada would never tell that whatever I am telling, you have to accept. Srila Prabhupada, if you hear his lectures carefully, he would tell, we are telling you what is right, what is wrong, now you decide. That is Prabhupada's style of preaching. He will tell what Krishna is telling and what scriptures are telling, and then he would leave one person to decide, do you fit here or not? Do you want to progress spiritually or not? That is proper devotional service, that is proper Shraddha. What is Lokik Shraddha? Lokik Shraddha means, just because everyone is doing, let me also do it. Sheep following. That is Lokik Shraddha. This is also right, that is also right. You heard people saying like that? प्रभु जी किसी को दुख नहीं देना चाहिए. वो बुलाते हैं ISKCON मंदिर में, वहां भी जाता हूँ, और फिर वो माता के गरबा में बुलाते हैं, वहां भी जाता है. किसी को दुख नहीं देता मैं. I don't hurt anybody. Whoever tells me, I go there. That is Lokik Shraddha. And Lokik Shraddha is heavily criticized in our parampara. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was traveling to Sri Vrindavan, he was carrying his servant with him, who was Balabhadra Bhattacharya. And this Balabhadra Bhattacharya saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jharkhand when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was doing Sankirtan, and all animals came together and started to dance. You know that pastime? The tigers and deers were embracing and dancing together. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kicked an elephant. He said, dance. An elephant started to dance and chant. So like that he saw. And Balabhadra Bhattacharya concluded that time that he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. But that same Balabhadra Bhattacharya reaches Vrindavan with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, One fine morning he comes to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and tells, "My dear Mahaprabhu, I have a desire." Please tell, what is your desire? "I want to see Krishna. Some people have told that Krishna has reappeared in Vrindavan and he is dancing on Kali and Yamuna. Please give me permission, I'll go tonight and see Krishna." You know what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did? He slapped Prabhupada Bhattacharya. So you want to see Krishna? There is no Krishna now. Only by Shravan and Kirtan you can experience Krishna. Later on he found out there was no Krishna. There was a fisherman, he would go with his lantern to catch fish, and people are thinking he is Krishna dancing on Kaliya's roots. Why this example is quoted? When Balabhadra Bhattacharya saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu making animals dance, his Shraddha on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not based on scriptures. His Shraddha was based on Chamatkar. His Shraddha was just based on miracles that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed. And problem with this kind of Shraddha is, tomorrow somebody else will show miracles, you'll go to that person. I remember when I was a child, I went to temple, ISKCON temple, and one of my childhood friends, we were 13 years old. So one of my other friend was telling me, in ISKCON, sannyasis are so powerful, so potent, that when they want to wash their hands, clouds come and shower waters. I was amazed. Wow, this is amazing. You're 13 years old, what you can expect? Wow, really? But later on I saw sannyasi visiting temple and people are giving him water to wash hands. I said, what is that? He's not pure sannyasi? Laukik Shraddha. Many times we go by these miracles, which is not basis of Krishna consciousness. Yes, our gurus are great, but not because they can show miracles. That's part of that's byproducts of their devotional service. Guru is great because he's repeating Krishna as it is. Srila Prabhupada was once asked, "Prabhupada, can you show any miracle? Can you show any jadoo?" Prabhupada said, "Yes, I can show a miracle." What is that miracle? I can make birth, old age, disease, death disappear from your life. That is the biggest miracle. That is Srila Prabhupada. So our Shraddha should be based on proper Shastric principles, not on miracles. One more time, when Guru's Vyas Puja was going on, and one devotee is giving offering, he saying, "Maharaj never used AC in his life, therefore he is a pure devotee." So Maharaj had to stop in between. "You don't know, I use AC when I need it." So don't compare devotional Shraddha with all these outside things. One more time, one devotee was saying, our Guru Maharaj is incarnation of Lord Nityananda. Whose incarnation your Guru is? I said, I never thought about it. I asked my spiritual master. Laukik Shraddha. This Shraddha will not go far. Now danger, another Shraddha, Balotpadita Shraddha. This is even worse. See, Laukik Shraddha can only harm an individual. Your Shraddha is based on shallow principles, you will suffer. Balotpadita Shraddha is even worse because it affects the whole community. The word Balotpadita means forceful Shraddha. I believe in this, that means you also have to believe in this. Very dangerous. And when this Balotpadita Shraddha goes on senior level, it turns into fanaticism. You become fanatics. You start pulling people on basis of ashram, on basis of communities, on basis of our preferences, our style of preaching, our style of doing devotional service. Very dangerous. We have to curb this in the beginning. See how beautiful Varnashram is. Varnashram was never Balotpadita, never forced. It was all voluntary. A devotee who has inclination towards Brahminical services can be a Brahmin. A Kshatriya can be a Kshatriya. Vaishya, Shudra. Even the ashramas. Somebody wants to remain brahmachari, voluntary. He can be brahmachari. Somebody want to marry, okay, Grihastha ashram is there. Then Vanaprastha is there. Then Sannyas is there. Everything is voluntary. That is the beauty of Varna ashram. And see to the level what Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita. Yo yo yam yam tanum bhakta shraddhya chitam ikshasi tasya tasya chalam shraddham tam eva vidvidhamyaham. What what Krishna is saying, that if you put Shraddha in anybody, I am going to support you. So even Krishna is not pushing and pulling us. No, you have to accept me, otherwise you'll go to hell. Otherwise, what is the difference between Sanatana Dharma and other religions? That's how they propagate their religion, right? You accept our God or you'll go to hell. That's how they propose. Sanatana Dharma is not like that. It's such a broad religion that everyone has its own place in Sanatana Dharma. And the problem with this Bhalotpadita Shraddha is, first person becomes fanatic. And he becomes so fanatic that he has puffed up enthusiasm for what he believes. And that is called Utsamani. But it doesn't go for long. It creates a vacuum inside. See, how many of you like mathematics here? Please raise your hands. How many of you hate mathematics? Please raise your hand. Yes? I need more votes. Yes, I know. There are more. Yes. Why you hate mathematics? What is the reason? What is the reason? Huh?
Difficult to understand.
Difficult to understand, okay. What else?
It's not practical.
It's not practical? Really? It's complex. Why is it complex?
No formless.
Because there is no step marking in mathematics. If your answer is wrong, you are gone. Right? If your answer is right, then teacher may check your steps. But if answer is wrong, you not check also, you cut everything. In English, in Sanskrit, in different subjects, at least they'd say, okay, he attempted, you should give some marks. But mathematics answer is wrong, everything is wrong. Now the problem is, if in first step only you did 2 plus 2, 5. And after that 25 steps, you are right. Everything first class. Did you get right answer? So if Shraddha only is not based on proper understanding, then what will happen? Everything will go wrong. In course of our devotional life, we will only suffer. Because our definitions will not match with what Krishna Consciousness is going to offer you. Krishna Consciousness has so much scope for variety. See, Kunti Maharani, she's soft like a flower. She is also a Vaishnavi. And Garuda, who eats fish, is also a Vaishnavi. Arjuna, who is expert in fighting, and then Bhima, who is expert in eating, both are Vaishnavas. So there is so much scope in Krishna Consciousness, but if our Shraddha is not based on scriptures, then we will fall into these problems. And then the next level comes, which is called as Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gam. Ghanatarana. Sometimes we will be very, very enthusiastic. And sometimes we will feel complete morose. And then we start searching, what else I can do in devotional life? What else I can do in devotional life? You see, there is vacuum inside. Krishna Consciousness is not filling that vacuum because of wrong understanding. And then outside world we have already left. Right? How many of you go to cinema? Nobody raising hand. Not Mahabharata and Nashinga. How many of you go to restaurants and eat onion and garlic? How many of you do all kind of prohibited things? Not many. We left that. We left it long ago. And now in Krishna Consciousness, if we don't get that taste, that vacuum will be created in heart. And that vacuum will be a big crisis. And then devotees start to fill that vacuum through different understandings, different kinds of name, fame, prestige, this, that. All these understandings come when heart is not filled. You know, when you go to a hotel, you try to see the vacancy. But if hotel says all rooms full, can you go into that hotel and get a room? No. In the same way, for all senses are nicely engaged in Krishna's service, Maya cannot enter in our Krishna consciousness. But the problem is when our understanding is not right, then Maya gets chance to enter in our Krishna consciousness. Now what is the solution for Andha Bhakti? What is the solution for blind Bhakti? Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. We need to have eyes, transcendental eyes, given by Guru. Solution for Andha Bhakti is spend time with transcendental vibration. As much as we want to progress in Krishna consciousness, spend time with Prabhupada books. Spend time with transcendental understanding. Because scriptures will show us what pure devotion is. Scriptures will show us what real Shraddha is. That is the way we progress in Krishna consciousness. In Srila Prabhupada time, Prabhupada expected all devotees read for 2 hours every day. Okay, we cannot read for 2 hours, but at least regularly, some minutes every day without fail, we should study Srila Prabhupada books. And what will happen with that? Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, Tesham evam nukamparnam am agyanajam tamam nashyami atma bhavasto jnana dipena. With the torch of knowledge, I remove all darkness in the hearts of my devotees. So that's how Krishna is promising it. That he can remove all doubts, all sanshaya, all ignorance in our devotional life and make our Shraddha Shastrik Shraddha. Not Laukik Shraddha, not Balotpadita Shraddha. Not because I am impressed, I am in Krishna consciousness. Then somebody else will impress you and you will go there. I am here because I am meant to do this. I am here because Krishna wants me to do this. I am here because my Swarupa is there. What is my Swarupa? Jiver Swarupa Krishna Nityadas Krishna Tatastha Shakti Vedavit Prakash. We are Krishna's energies. We can go in Maya, we can go to Krishna. But the day we select is from today, Krishna, I am your servant. That is the beginning of our Swarup Siddhi. So we have to establish our Shraddha through the scriptures. So today we discussed how our advancement in Krishna consciousness is based on Shraddha. And the Shraddha should be based on proper principles, not on miracles, not on forceful adjustments. We should be having our Shraddha based on scriptures. The cure is studying scriptures. Tomorrow, we will try to cover the other 5. I'll just show you the second one. Suspicious devotion. Sanchayatmika Bhakti. Where we always doubt, why they are taking my so much care? They want some donation. They want some ulterior motive. Something is there. Nobody gives anything free in this world, right? So this is Sanchayatmika. So from blind devotion, second thing comes Sanchayatmika. Then we have 4 more. Tomorrow we will continue. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Healthy Bhakti ki jai. Shri Gandharvika Giridhari ki jai. Sriman Mahaprabhu ki jai. Hidai Gaur Premanande. Anybody has any question or comment? Anyone want to share anything? Please give me the mic.
Right. So, yes, Krishna is a Supreme Lord. But we are in material world. What is the wrong praying other gods? Like, of course, like example, I know Narendra Modi, but we should respect the local ministers.
Very nice question. You say Krishna is a supreme God. That's all. That's it. Any other question? Anyone else from the back? My voice is reaching there? Yes, Satadar Prabhu? Yes? Any other comments, questions?
Prabhuji, in one of the slides you said even mukti is also considered to be one of the
Upashara. Please.
So then we also discuss about cycle of birth, death, old age, and also cutting. So does that means that it is?
Suppose there is a prisoner. Prisoner is in the jail. Now which prisoner likes jail? Nobody. From the moment prisoner is going in the jail, he is thinking, how should I get out of the jail? Right? Now there are 2 ways to come out of the jail. 3 ways actually. One is complete your imprisonment, automatically you will be released. Second is dig up a tunnel, plan an escape plan, and then you go out of the jail. Third is behave properly, write letter to the king. He may see your good behavior and then reduce your imprisonment. Which one is best? First one?
Takes time.
Second? Third. Why third? That's the easiest and quickest. Now our condition in this material world is like a prisoner. This is Aga, this is Durga, this is a prison. Now problem with our imprisonment is anadi karma phale. It's going to go for time and memory. There's no completing, because by the time we get another human form, we make more karmas. We get entangled more and more and more. So their first option doesn't apply on us. Now two options. Dig up a tunnel. That is mukti kami. I'll not accept anything of this world. No more relations. No more entanglement. I'll be free from this world by neti. I'll go and merge into Brahmajyoti. Still he can escape. But one day police will catch you again and put you into jail again. That is patanti adha. So if mukti kami doesn't take shelter of Krishna and somehow escape this world and even reaches Brahmajyoti, Srila Prabhupada says patanti adha, you again fall down and again get entangled in the material world. Best thing to do is become devotee of Krishna. When you become devotee of Krishna, is like writing to Krishna, Krishna, from today I'll be a good boy. From today I'll only love you. From today I'll not break any of your principles. Please take me under your shelter. So Krishna will see the petition, okay, he wants to improve, get him out of the prison. And that's how Krishna is Mukunda. He grants liberation to his devotees. But devotees don't desire for it independent of Krishna. So therefore, thinking about mukti independent of Krishna is not good. But by serving Krishna, automatically devotee gets liberation. That's a byproduct. Any other question? Mataji's?
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yes, please give her the mic.
Both.
She really looks like in prison. Yes.
So, Prabhuji, we come in a devotee association and we start opening up generally. So sometimes what happens that, and you have a sense of security, but in a critical moment, if you lose that and the other person now knows all your weaknesses and everything, and in a critical moment, they bought up that. So how do you deal with that? How to you feel very hurt, but you know the importance of devotee association, so you can't go. But then it is becoming very difficult to take it. So how do you take it?
When you go to a hospital, different individuals there. When you go to a hospital, not like the first person you see in hospital, you say, cure me. It's not like that. You find out where to do registration, who is the doctor, where I'm supposed to go. You know that, right? In the same way, in devotee community also, not everyone is a doctor, right? Maximum are patients. We are coming here to improve. Some devotees take role of being the doctors. They help other devotees. They are the preachers. They are the community leaders. And they have that maturity to guide us, to keep the confidentiality. All these things the mature devotees keep. So when we come to a community, it's not that a patient hates another patient. No, he loves all the people who are in the hospital. But he's very careful from where he has to take the cure, where he has to take the treatment. In the same way, when we come to devotee community, all devotees are good. We are family. But be very careful where you take the guidance from. You have to choose which devotee is meant to guide you. And there you should open up your heart, not everywhere. Where you feel that yes, my confidentiality will be kept and I'll get proper solution in parampara through this devotee. There you should share your heart. And therefore, Rupa Goswami tells 3 parameters. A devotee who is guiding you should be sajatiya. Sajatiya means like-minded. It's not that you are taking your problem to a devotee who doesn't understand your situation. He should be sajatiya. Second thing is snigdha. He should be loving. He should be soft-hearted. It's not that you are going Prabhuji, I feel so weak nowadays. No, you are in Maya. This body is just instrument of Maya. Come out of it. You should be loving, snigdha, tender-hearted. You should understand the situation. You should know how to gradually elevate your consciousness. Imagine Arjun telling his problem to Krishna in first chapter, and Krishna says, "So much I have told you whole life. Now you are telling you will not fight. I am going away. You handle your situation." You will not get Bhagavad Gita 700 verses, and then see the tolerance. Krishna is telling Arjun, "Did you understand? Should I repeat it again?" Arjun said, "No. Nashta moha smriti labda tat prasadatma achyuta." Everything. Now I got. I know what I am supposed to do. Krishna was prepared to repeat it again. Snigdha. And third is Satova. He should be on higher level of consciousness than you. See, problems can never be solved on equal level. No point in sharing problems on equal level or junior level. It will never be solved. Either they will pamper you, "Oh no, Mataji, you did right only. You chastise that person, you should have chastised more." So the problem will never be solved on equal or junior level. But Satova, those who are having higher level of consciousness, they can raise us. Okay, you come out of it. So very, very selective when it comes to taking guidance, sharing our heart. We should be very selective. Yes, whole community is our family. But then you have to be very selective. Like daughter in a joint family. When a daughter starts to face some physical problems in maturity, where she goes? She goes to the father? No, where she goes? She goes to the mother. Why? Because she understands, mother will understand my problem. It doesn't mean the daughter doesn't love father, but she knows where to tell my problem. In the same way, we are in devotee community, all devotees are worshipable for us, but we should know where to go and reveal our heart, not everything. That is our choice. We can take that stand. Any other last question? Anyone? Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for being very patient and tolerating this long class. Please forgive me for taking over time. Tomorrow I'll take more time. So tomorrow we'll try to cover, because today we are supposed to cover 2 aspects at least, but we could only cover 1. So tomorrow we are left with 5. We'll try to cover them. And then after each diseased symptom, I am also discussing the cure also. So that will go hand in hand. So first one, Healthy Bhakti, we already covered the cure, reading scriptures every day, spending time with transcendental literature. Tomorrow we go other 5 and their solutions also. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada ki jai, Bhaktivinoda ki jai, I go to my